What up, what up, what up? This is RJ Fantasy Football Talk, and we're back again. You know what it is. It's 40-second play clock on Rodney. Jay, what's going on, bro?
Hey, nothing much. Here for another exciting week. Week 8. My Raiders have the bye week, so I can just watch football and chill this week. So,
Hey,
how about
man.
you?
Unfortunately, man, I don't got a bad week,
Right.
but I'm going to get into that, though. So I'm going to start off.
Okay.
First, we got the same amount of games, but I'm going to go ahead and start it off. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Miami Dolphins in the Buffalo Bills. The Bills coming off a bad week. They should be rested. Picking the Bills to win this thing. Obviously, you playing Tua if you need them. Jalen Waddle, Myles Gasket if you need them. For Buffalo, obviously, you start Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. If you need Emmanuel Sanders, he's a good pickup to play this week with some buys going on. But I'm picking Buffalo to win this thing. It should be a good game. Miami got a good defense, so they should keep it close. But I think Buffalo pull it out, though.
I agree 100%. I'm going Buffalo all the way. Tua should be motivated to play fairly well, though, right? Because with all the trade rumors going around, like, hey, he got to show what he can do to somebody, whoever his next team's going to be.
Well, he should be ready. He should try to show something because don't nobody really want him back in the trade. So he got to show some value. Or at least show some value. Then they might say, hey, throw Tua in the deal.
He looked good last week. So
he did. But, when Deshaun get there, it's Deshaun's team from there. So and if, whatever the circumstances happen between that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, let me jump into my first game. I'm going to go with the Steelers and the Browns, a nice division matchup. And much like last week, it's hard to say who the Browns are going to put out on the field because they've got questionable players everywhere. Baker might even come back. So I'm not really going to recommend any Browns. I'm going to just leave it to you to see who's playing. Ernest Johnson should be in either way, so you can rely on him, but we'll see whether Chubb gets back. For the Steelers, I'm going with Najee Harris because he's the best thing they got going. Deontay Johnson should look good. But that Browns defense, I think, is going to give the Steelers some problems. So I'm picking the Browns to win despite not knowing who they're going to have on the field. Seriously.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, we live.
Yeah.
Hold on.
As I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted, Browns are going to win this one because they showed they can win with whoever, and I believe they can do that again against the Steelers because the Steelers really aren't that good.
Well, I'm picking the Steelers just because the fact that I don't know who the Browns are playing. So at least we know who the Steelers playing.
Right.
So I can hang my hat on that a little bit. But I'm thinking that the Steelers should win. The Browns won last week. They didn't look good winning last week.
Hey, you don't got to look good if you get that W. So
that's all that matters. But they won. So I think at the end of the day, I think Pittsburgh should win. So I'm going to get an upper hand in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go to my next game. And my next game is the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. And I'm picking my boys, but this is a messy bowl. Both teams are in disarray. Bill's throwing a bunch of interceptions. 49ers quarterback situation is terrible. Trey Lance should be starting. Defense is terrible. Coaching is terrible. But they're a little bit messier than we are right now. So I feel like we should pull it out. Just purely because the defense is playing well. We just got to stop on pass interference calls. But if we do that, we should be all right. So I'm just saying we should pull it out this week.
I'll tell you the truth. I struggled with this game more than any other one this week. And it's like you said, because both of these teams are so messy and it's just badness all around. I decided to go with the Bears, and I don't really know why. But Justin Fields says that he feels a breakout game is coming for their offense. So take that for what it's worth. I don't believe him. We'll see what happens.
I mean, if it happens,
right,
good for him. Look, at this point, man, I ain't even mad, honestly. I'm
right
because I've been reading some stuff today. I ain't even mad. It's Shanahan. I don't get Shanahan, bro.
These two it's great that Destiny has put them together this season because they're both making, I think, the same kind of mistakes with their highly drafted rookie quarterbacks, and it's like,
yeah,
what are you gonna do with them?
I mean, I really don't know what the problem is. I don't know what Shanahan is thinking. I don't know, man. At this point, I can't answer any question on what he's thinking because I can't get in his head. I think it's just retarded. But, like, I mean, if you need anybody to play from that game, obviously you're playing Debo, you're playing Elijah Mitchell. Yeah. If Justin Fields say he's going to have a game in his life, put him in the lineup.
Hey.
And Herbert, you play Herbert from Chicago. Yeah, and you might get you something.
Yeah,
so
just see where it goes. But I know one thing: if he's having this breakout game, they better doggone get Allen Robinson involved because we talked about it at enough Wednesday, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go to my next game. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, and these teams also aren't very good either. But I think the Falcons are gonna be a little bit better. I look to see Matt Ryan really get it going with Kyle Pitts again like he did last week and Calvin Ridley. I also think this should be a good bounce back game for Sam Darnold, who got benched last week. I'm not going to really say you start him, but I think you definitely put DJ Moore out there, and I think Chuba Hubbard should have a good game, and that's only because that Falcons defense is so porous that I think they'll be able to get some offense going. But Falcons win this one.
Yeah, I got the Falcons winning this one. I feel like Russell Gage is going to have a good game for some reason. God, hold on.
So
we were
coming out of the other one. You said Russell Gage was going to have a good game, I think.
So I think Russell Gage should have a good game. I just think he's coming along. He came along slow.
Yeah.
But I think he's starting to kind of ramp it up just a little bit, not much. But I think Russell Gage, he had a good game last week. So I look for him to do something this week. I got a weird feeling about that, but look for him to do something this week. So definitely I'm going with Atlanta though. I think Atlanta been playing well. Yeah. I've been picking Atlanta a lot lately. They've been doing me well, so I'm gonna stick with them. So yeah. I'm gonna go to my next game.
Go for it.
My next game is the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. This is gonna be short and sweet. Cincinnati, you start Joe Bell, Jamar Chase, Higgins, Joe Mixon. For the Jets, you start Michael Carter, and that's it. The Jets gonna lose this by a whole lot because they starting a quarterback named Mike White. Never heard of him. Have no film on him. So therefore, you play at your own risk by putting them in the game. So I'm going with Cincinnati on this one.
Yeah, this is an easy Cincinnati call because though their coach has a lot of faith in Mike White, I think that's coach talk. So ignore.
Please ignore. Yeah. Please.
So let's go to the Eagles and the Lions. This is my father's team, and I'm gonna pick them to win, despite the fact I think the Lions look like this is the game where the Lions could get that first victory, but I'm gonna still pick the Eagles in this one. I love no one but DeAndre Swift and TJ Hawkinson for the Lions in this game. Usually the Lions have another wide receiver that does something, but you can never tell who it is. So DeAndre Swift and then TJ Hawkinson. On the Eagles side, hey, Gainwell's gonna get the go at it, and I think you definitely play him. But the thing I'm most excited about this whole game is the battle of the two tight ends. Dallas Goedert finally free of Zach Ertz going against TJ Hawkinson. We'll see which one of those two do better.
Yeah, I'm going with Philly on this one, man. I think Philly gonna pull this one out. Yeah. Detroit is bad.
They're bad.
I mean, all around.
They can compete with a team like the Eagles, I think. But I'm not risking my record picking them though.
I think Jalen Hurts might put up some really, really good numbers.
This is a game he should do very well.
Yeah, I can see 300 plus, good number of touchdowns, and I think I can see them winning.
Well, if
definitely
he does,
winning, but I can see him.
Then Devontae Smith should eat from this one too. If Jalen Hurts is going to have a really good game, yeah.
I think he should. That defense is not great.
No.
So that Detroit defense is not great. So he should be able to try to get some work in there. So I don't see no problem with that. I'm gonna go to my next game, and this is actually a good one. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm picking Tennessee. You play all your guys from Tennessee: AJ Brown, King Henry, Tannehill. You kind of pull away from Julio a little bit, so I wouldn't put him in the lineup. But definitely you play those other guys. For Indy, you go Jonathan Taylor. You go Michael Pittman. If you need Carson Wentz for the bye week, obviously you play Carson Wentz. But I'm picking Tennessee. Tennessee is just probably the better team. I think King Henry gonna run it down the throat. And this should be a good one for him. He's gonna do work like always.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game because I'm excited about both running backs, Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. But I'm going to give the edge to the Titans just like you and say they get the win on this one. Definitely. So let's keep it moving. I'm going to go to the the Rams and the Texans. And do you really need me for this? It's going to be a lights out Rams game. And you don't play anybody on the Texans. You might get Tyrod Taylor back, which I guess is a boost for Brandon Cooks. But you were playing Brandon Cooks. You were gonna play Brandon Cooks anyway, so it doesn't even matter. The Texans did trade away Mark Ingram, so that should give David Johnson more opportunities. But I ain't playing him. You can try it if you want to. Rams blowing this one out the water.
Well, I picked up David Johnson in like 2 leagues.
I did pick him up in 1 league.
Yeah, I picked him up in 2 leagues.
I did.
I think he go. I gotta watch it. It's more of a watch and see approach with me with him, just to see what he does. I mean, he might get garbage time points. Who knows? It just might. I mean, we don't know. So, but Brandon Cooks is definitely a play. The Rams are gonna blow the doors off of them. So really, no need to even elaborate on how much they're gonna blow the doors off them. But they're gonna just blow the doors off of them. So it is what it is. My next game is the New England Patriots and the LA Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers on this one. Obviously, when you got Justin Herbert, Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. I mean, what can you say? They got both on the other side of the defense. The only guys I'm playing from New England is Damon Harris, and if you need Mac Jones, you play Mac Jones. But I'm not putting him in the lineup if you don't need him. Because of bad weeks, you may need him to put him in there, but I'm pulling for the Chargers on this one. They should pull this one out with ease, with no problem.
Yeah, I got the Chargers winning this one too. I don't think this one's going to be too difficult for them. So let me just go to my next game, and that's going to be the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars, coming off a bye week, hit their first win over there in London, but we are no longer in London town. And despite Geno Smith being Geno Smith, I'm going to call him winning this one along with the Seahawks. They have no run game to speak of, so I see a lot of passes. And I see a lot of passes going to, of course, DK. But I think Tyler Lockett has to get back involved with this offense at some point. This should be a good week for that to happen. For the Jaguars, of course, you're going to play James Robinson. He's the best thing they got going. I like Marvin Jones a little more than Laviska Shenault on their side. But despite the fact that neither of these teams are really that great, I'm going to go with the Seahawks winning because they've been in some close ones. They got to pull one out at some point. Why not the Jaguars?
Well, I'm going with the Jaguars too. I just, and it's not hate, it's just think that Geno Smith is just Geno Smith at the end of the day.
Right.
I don't see them doing much. I mean, they've been struggling with the running game a lot too. So hold on.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, my bad. I'm gonna pick the Jaguars on this one. They should win. I just think Geno Smith is terrible personally. There's no hate, but it's Geno Smith. And the running game's been kind of bad since he's been in the game because
no one's healthy.
It ain't even about health. They gonna make him throw the ball.
Yeah,
so you're gonna throw 8 in the box, and you're gonna make him be a passer, which he's not. So Gina, I mean, he ain't the answer until week 10 when Russell Wilson come back. I don't think they win a game. So that's just me. I'm gonna go to my next game though, and it's the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. And let's all welcome Jerry Jeudy back to the lineup, people. Jerry Jeudy is gonna have a monster game against his weak secondary. Denver should win this thing. Obviously, you play Teddy Bridgewater, Courtland Sutton, and Jerry Jeudy. Javonte Williams, you put in the lineup if you need him at running back. Running back is real short nowadays. For Washington, you put in Scary Terry, Jaden McKenzie, and if you need Tyler Haneke for a bye week, you put him in there. Gibson, if he's healthy. If he's not healthy, don't put him in the lineup.
Upset special. I'm going with Washington.
What?
Yeah, I gotta throw something out there, and I feel like this is a game that Washington might be able to win.
Wow.
So let's see where it goes. I might be hurting myself on this one. So.
Oh, hey, you gotta pull some out your hair every now and then. I've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Gotta keep you guessing. So we'll see. I'm excited to see Judy back though. So
yeah, welcome back, Judy.
All right, so let's go to my next game. I'm gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings, and the biggest question is Dak playing off that calf injury he has. He says he wants to play, but it's not fully his decision. So stay tuned and see what happens. I'm gonna go on the side if he probably plays, in which case it's gonna be lights out passes on both sides of this thing. So you put in CeeDee Lamb, you put in Amari Cooper. Gallup might be back, so you might put him in if you want to, but Schultz is also a safe bet. On the Vikings, of course, you're playing Thielen and Justin Jefferson. And Dalvin Cook, of course. This one, I think, should be maybe the most points scored all week. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to go with Dallas with the win, even if Cooper Rush is the quarterback. But if he is, look for a whole lot of Zeke and Tony Pollard, because they're going to just run that ball all day if Zeke doesn't play. If Dak Prescott doesn't play.
Yeah, I think Dak tough. So I think Dak can come out. He's gonna try to play, and if they do, this is gonna be a fun.
Yeah,
burn.
I'm looking forward.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm looking forward to that one. But I'm picking the Cowboys to win this game just because off the strength of the fact that Cowboys is just better, man.
Yeah.
Like it ain't even about it ain't even about the offense. It's more about the defense, honestly.
Yeah.
For me, this game, because the question for me is, do you throw on Diggs' side?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Do you think Trayvon Diggs keeps it going with another interceptions every game? Do you think he gets one?
I think he does, man.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is good for throwing an interception.
Yeah, that's all right.
Or
yeah.
two.
He probably runs the move for another one today. I mean, Sunday. So yeah.
And then if you think about it, Jefferson, he's probably gonna be playing Jefferson.
I would think so.
So it's quite possible he could get one.
Yeah.
But I think that matchup against Jefferson and Diggs, oh my
that's
gosh.
That's going to be something to see.
Woo, that's going to be a good one, boy. If only if I could be there to see it. That's going to be a good one there, I'm trying to tell you. So, definitely, man. I'm going with Dallas on this one. But I think it's going to be closer than what people think. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to come down to some type of fourth quarter type, probably overtime.
I would not be surprised if the Vikings won. I'm not picking them, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings won this one.
Me either. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either because Kirk Cousins. Once he get one thing about Kirk this year, once he get going, he get in the groove in the second, third, fourth. He get going.
Yeah.
And he put up a lot of numbers when they start going into that passing game. And Jefferson and Thielen are just good. Yeah, they good. Like, so we'll see. Well, I'm gonna go to my last game, and I got Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. You start any and everybody from Tampa Bay. I mean, you already know the names: Brady, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. If Brown is back, you start Brown. If Gronk is back, you start Gronk. For New Orleans, you start Alvin Kamara, and then if you need Jameis Winston, play him by all means. But if you don't, sit him on the bench. That's a tough defense out there in Tampa Bay. And I'm going Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, they're just too good. They just gonna light them up, personally.
Yeah, I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one as well. So let's skip to the last game. Let's end it on the Monday night game, talking about the Chiefs and the Giants. And the Chiefs have looked terrible. But it's the Giants, so they should be all right, despite the fact that the Giants looked good last week. They were playing the Panthers. I don't put anything into that. The only teams that beat the Chiefs are the good teams. The Giants are not a good team. So you're going to go with Mahomes and Kelsey, Tyreek Hill getting this thing going. For the Giants, much like I said about the Browns, you don't know who's playing. A whole lot of question marks on who's going to be healthy for this one. Kadarius Toney's the only person that interests me if he plays. Yeah, that's about it. So everyone else, I'm not confident enough to recommend, because who knows? We might even get Saquon Barkley back this game. I doubt it, but they're trying to get him practicing. So I don't know.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney is the
Yeah.
one that I'm really
And he's
interested in
questionable.
because he's questionable.
Right.
They say he may practice on Friday.
Yeah.
They say Galladay may practice on Friday.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard is practicing. So I don't know, like when Sterling Shepard come back, does that put Kadarius Toney back behind Shepard? Which for me it shouldn't, because he's a better version of him. So at the end of the day, I think Kadarius Toney is probably a better receiver.
I think so at this point. But it's like, how do you know who's going to be available? So that's a game I'm not interested in really playing anybody on the Giants for real.
And by the
But
way,
somebody's got to be out there. So
yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs, by the way,
Yeah.
to win this game. So.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs on this one. Hopefully they win. I just think they've been playing bad lately, but it's the good teams that they
Exactly.
losing to. But they really need to work on their defense. Their defense is really terrible now this year, and the offensive line is questionable too.
Agree.
So it's a few things that you could kind of settle in and kind of get it done, but we'll see. But that's it, people. We got 40-second play clock every Saturday. Check us out. You know how to find us: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hey,
Hit
we're
like.
here. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, hit like, hit subscribe, and hey, join us back Wednesdays and Saturdays. So,
Definitely. Let's get to 100 now.
all right. Good luck with everybody with your games on week 8, and see y'all later. Peace.
All right. Peace.